Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 106 of our Oxygen Not Included All Achievement Run. In this episode, we're going to kind of dial things back and work on the main area of our asteroid just a little bit. There are some things that we need to address, and when I say that, we're going to take a quick peek at what I mean. We have a super cold area, we have a super warm area in the base when we would rather have it similar to this up here. And in order to get it closer to that, we need to create more of a barrier between the hot and the cold areas, and everything that is warm, we should probably cool it down at least with a regular pipe. So we're going to do that in a moment, and we're also going to create a few different liquid locks for the different areas on the exit. So probably one over here, and then another one over here, and then maybe we do have ours up here, so that should be fine. But what I mean by cooling off the area, we're going to create a long loop around the base, right? We're going to take the entire liquid with the liquid in these pipes, and we're going to use probably sedimentary rock, right? We'll put that in a similar fashion like so. We don't want insulated, we want regular pipe. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And what we're gonna do here is just create a barrier between the super warm areas and the super cold areas, right? That's what we're gonna wanna do. And then the next step is we're going to create another barrier kind of down. You know what, it might be, maybe it's better to just put it all at the same level. So let's actually do that instead. We'll go liquid, sedimentary rock, and we will put that probably 1, 2, 3, and then we'll put another one 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we have 4 different tiles that are over here, we will need a liquid bridge, and the rest of this is going to be insulated pipe. Go all the way across, and then we put one here, and then from there we want another, let's see, we want to go over and up, right? And we're just going to stop right here, get our liquid pipe with sedimentary rock again. We're going to throw 1, 2, 3. We're going to do the same thing up here. We're going to get kind of a blocker, 1, 2, 3. And the reason we are not using like cobalt or actual refined metal is this right here. We don't want that level of cold. So we actually, while we're at it, we should change this back to the way it was. We'll cut off the pipe here and let it kind of go back into the loop. And we're going to use this how we did before. We're going to get rid of this liquid bridge, get rid of the other liquid bridge. It's just way too hot, or not too hot, too cold over here. So again, it was really warm up here, really warm over here, but we adjusted the stuff behind, and that's what we're going to do in the future as well. We're going to change the amount of water. What we should do is cut this pipe here and then go down. And then all of this doesn't need to be made going all the way over here. We have one pipe going to provide all of this different water directly to our source over here. Okay, so let's continue what we were doing. Let's go back to the piping. Let's see, we have it going here. Insulated pipe with that. So this is going to give us some more materials back as well, but we don't need to really worry about that. We can go over and down and over like so. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need going up and going down, and then we will make that a higher priority. We need to go back to the insulated pipe. Okay, we're gonna go up and over wait for this to be completely finished, and then we will change the pipe directly to insulated going up and over, right? Okay, so now that that's going something like this, right? Where do we go next? Well, the next option is going to be up here. We want to keep this area nice and cold, although we probably don't have to worry about it since it's next to a colder biome, right? So I'm not going to change that right now. I just want to change the areas that are kind of our problem areas. So let's go back to adding more plumbing. Let's go here. And they are getting rid of the rest of that insulated pipe. But what we do now is we go all the way across. Here and here. 1, 2, 3. And then let's just cut the pipe here. We're just going to change this up and let it go back the way it was supposed to. And why? Oh, it's because of the liquid bridge, right? We'll send all of that out. Okay. So instead of going up and over and around like we did before, we're going to change that just a little bit. And then it's going to add it to the loop instead. Okay. So now that that's good, let's go here. We will cut the pipe there. And now... Perfect. It's going to send all that. And then we can get rid of the bridges. And then what's going to happen is this is going to go down and around and over in this vicinity in this way. And then, yeah, that'll be good. All right. And then we want this insulated pipe going here and up. And then this section will be removed completely. This extra section here. We're just adding some of the better insulation. I mean, it's better to do insulated pipes so you don't completely obliterate your base with cold, right? So. All right, all that is done. So is that correct? It's going to go up, over, down, and around, up here, then down, over, down, and then over. So this is correct. We aren't going to connect this yet, but this is correct. Okay. Let's add some more insulation there, and then let's get rid of this pipe here and here, and the rest of this right there. If we can. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now that that's done, what we'll do is we will connect it back up so it can go back into the loop. We may have too much. Yeah, we may need to add another one. It's because we added all of the ethanol that we had in the two different reservoirs. So what we're gonna do is actually go down and up and over instead. So we have two different reservoirs and we don't have this stopping. The reason it'll be, actually no, we don't even need to do that. It'll be fixed when all this is completed. So let's make that a higher priority. We're also waiting for the rocket to have all the oxygen put into it. So once that is completed, then we can send our duplicate back into space, which we did make it back in time. If you haven't watched the other episode, it was pretty eventful, I would say, the one prior to this. Okay, we've got all of that there. This is taking damage. I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. Okay, and then while they're taking care of that piping, we do need... Okay, we have a liquid tephodizer. We don't have power here. We can just... no, don't give power yet. Let's add a a separate wire, and then we will add this. So our goal here is going to be to add, this is going to be our nice backbone for power, and then it's going to provide enough polluted water that we can just use that for the spam. We're dropping off polluted ice in here. The tepodizer is not submerged in a liquid, so we're just going to keep it turned off for now. And that will be really good to allow having our own self kind of providing spam. I mean, we don't need a large one. We can probably get away with a smaller spam. Since we only have 4 duplicates, we have all these eggs. We probably don't want them in here, but we're not going to mess with that right now. What do we have in here? Okay, so that is not good. These are almost full. So, where are we going to put you? Alright, so it'd probably be good to cut the pipe off here. If we drop all of that in here, it's going to be polluted water with germs. So what we could do is drop this here. This is a temporary thing we're going to do. We're going to put a Weezewort right there, and we are going to deliver all of this water, all the polluted water, that is, right there. And then what else do we need? We need a bridge, right? And then I want pipe right here. And then let's go back to plumbing. A liquid shut off. We're gonna throw that. Oh, it needs to be on the open. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to change that up. We're going to add another bridge. Flip that around. Like so. And then we want to turn this on and off when we need to. Right? We don't need it to be fancy. We just want it to work, right? There we go. Okay. And then before that gets done, I'm just going to cut that right there. So that way it doesn't go off until we come back. How is the piping? Piping looks like it was completed. Let's just look at it now. Oh, it's almost done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay. So we have a couple of pieces unreachable. That's why. Okay. Ladder. And then we also need to do... We need a... Oh, what am I thinking of here? A liquid lock on this side. That way, if it gets enshrouded in carbon dioxide, that doesn't happen again. Right? And then we are going to change this to a mesh tile. Temporarily, at least. And then plumbing. Bottle emptier right here. Maybe we did that wrong. Because then that means we would need one here and here, and that would not work. What we need is here, and here, and here. There we go. See, I knew it was right. Okay, and then we do need this to be a mesh tile. And we'll put some crude oil here. We'll get rid of this one. And then change that priority to a 9. There we go. All right, so that's looking good. Let's check on our rockets up here. All right, so I thought this stuff was grounded. It is grounded. Okay, they're just delivering food to the rockets. Good. Let's check our oxygen. Yep, it's getting sent directly onto the inlet. And then here's our outlet. All this, let's get rid of since we don't need it. Okay, let's check the other rocket. Okay, there's the inlet, and where's the outlet? Okay, so this is a bit extra. There we go. We really do not need the extra amount of gas pipe now that we are going to do this correctly next time. Right? What we should do here is we should change this, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. Get rid of all this extra piping right here. We finished our research. Wow, all right. Let's go back down here. Oh, and we have printables. We can't forget that. Nutrient bar, thimbleweed seed. Let's throw it on the other asteroid because we only have 21,000 calories. I mean, we could send more food, but this is what I want to do. So we're going to keep that there. And then let's see about, what are we going to do? Okay, they haven't finished it yet, but it's getting close. Let's change the priority of these. Oh boy, who's trapped? Why? Oh. Huh. Oh, it's because of that. So let's it's because we didn't give them two spaces to go through. Can they reach that? They should be able to. Yeah, definitely should be able to. Okay, we're going to use crude because it's warmer over here, right? Like, look at that. That sandstone or the oxygen is pretty hot. Okay. All right. So now that that is completed, 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want anything we don't like in there. And then go over. Awesome. This is just gonna help take the heat and kind of exchange the heat with the cold and stop it from leaching into the base in these specific areas. So that's kind of why we're doing this, right? Once we start pumping all of that liquid through it, it should be fine. Is it all complete is the real question. Almost. We're almost there. Let's look at plumbing again. Okay, go over and over. Don't change it. Get rid of those. Okay, and then we need to make sure we are going in the right direction, which is this direction. Okay. It would probably be a good idea to include this area right here in the loop, since we got a lot of materials from the area down below the base. But yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's look at the temperature here. Yeah, it's a little warm from everything that's nearby. Let's do that. We're just gonna add another sedimentary rock, thermally reactive right here, here, and here. We need to add a liquid bridge going across, and then a liquid bridge going back, and then we want insulated pipe going here and here, and here and here. There we go. So we're just getting rid of the extra areas heat because we are getting too much Yeah, too much from over here. These party line phones are very popular amongst the duplicants, so they like to frequent them very, very often. Okay, can they not reach it, or... Yeah, they might not be able to reach it. It doesn't say it's not reachable, but... Okay, all that's almost done already. Good. So we go down and over, down and over. Oh, they're sending it already? Okay. Yeah, don't change it. Yeah, that's fine. It's not an amazing heat transfer, but we don't want to be overzealous on that. So this is going to be very beneficial. Okay, let's go over here. Is it going to make it? Over, over, down and around, and... Oh. Oops. The bridge is the wrong way. Let's take care of that really quick. And then we need to take the bridge and flip it around. And there we go. Then we should be good. Before we fully let it go through, we do need to let it start roaming through all of that. Yeah, we don't need to go back and forth in a big circle like that either. Okay, let's get rid of those. All right. Sweep. Actually, you know what? Let's sweep all of this debris. Anything here, anything here, anything here. Yeah. Wait, why is that one not sending the phosphorate? Okay, it has it, but it's not going anywhere. Disabled by auto. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why we had the automation grid right there. Now we should just be able to send all of it. Let's take a look at our plumbing. Is it going through? It is going through now. And we cut this off here, and then we get rid of that. I think our mission is accomplished. So now, I'm not sure why that area was turned into regular pipe, but it's okay. It's already going to be cold from the other side anyways. But again, this little transfer has already changed the heat right here. You can see the difference in temperature on the Atmosuit docks. That's what we want. We want to stop leaching this area. You know, it may be more beneficial to add a cobalt one like this right here. Like a refined cobalt over here, since this is our industrial area. But we'll see how it goes. If it's not enough, then we will change it, but I think we're in the right spot for the moment. Because if we look at the temperature over here, this is starting to go down, right? It was more of this color, the 38, 37, and 36, and now it's kind of going a little bit lower, right? Okay, and then we have this loop right here. It's going back down and around. We're just finally starting to hit this area over here. And now that we have the cold going through the pipe, the insulated pipe is going to get nice and chilly. Because right now it's leaching hot, but as we can see, this one got cold very fast. So we just give that a little bit of time, and that will probably help us quite a bit. Another thing that I'm going to do to help with immediate relief on that is I'm going to create a temp shift plate like we did down in the other area, right? We could just throw it right here if we wanted to. And then another one right there. That's going to liquidate a lot of the cold or the hot that's in the area. See, and we move that sulfur, and it's going to go down in temperature very quickly with the different things we have up there. Let's also sweep the debris. And sweep this debris. There we go. Alright, so that should solve a lot of the hot issue that we were running into. At least make it more bearable for the duplicants. How are we doing over here? Okay, we are dropping a little bit of stuff. Let's put our Wheezewort here. There's no germs yet because we didn't let them... Oh, they can't reach it. They wouldn't have been able to do that even if we tried. 1, 2, 3. Then they should be able to reach. Oh man, look at all that hydrogen. It's just hanging around. Alright, so what I think we should do is... Let's get a reservoir together. And we'll put a reservoir over here. Oh wait, we have a reservoir. What's in it? Hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Okay. So I'm only going to do this right now. We're going to pull out the carbon dioxide. We're going to put a gas filter. Flip it around. There's not enough room right there. Okay. And then we are going to need a gas pipe. Pump it back up. And this is only temporary until we get rid of the actual carbon dioxide. We're going to cut this pipe here. We don't really need it anymore since the smog one is away. And then what we're going to put in there is carbon dioxide, and we're just going to send it out of the base. So it's going to go right into the atmosphere. And then we'll have some hydrogen generators over here as well. This is going to need power. There we go, much better. Yeah, we're going to need to do a little bit more work on this base. Let's make this taller. And the reason I want to make this taller is I want it to match. It's bothering me. Same thing here. We're gonna put the grill and the microbe musher here and here, and then we're gonna get rid of some of this back here. Yeah. It's looking great. This is looking fantastic. Alright, how are we doing? How many Paku we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 5. Always have to take a look at that. Alright, let's look at our temperature now. See, the cold is dissipating now that we've changed it up a little bit, right? It's going through. How is it looking right here? This is the main temperature. See, this is much better. We don't want this heat seeping through from one section to the next. That's way better than it was. Honestly, petroleum would be better, but we've been sending all of our petroleum back into the loop here. Okay, so we are not taking damage anymore. That's good. That's what we wanted. No damage. Okay, let's see. We want to mop up all this. It's still too warm. I think building melted. The temp shift plate, we kind of expected that to happen. Look at that. Everything's so cold, and it's gonna allow the temperature exchange between the different areas. This is just the easy way to relieve heat in your base, so we're just using that to our advantage. All right, let's check our rockets again, see how they're doing. Okay, they're getting filled up with oxygen. This is great. I mean, you know, now that we figured out what we actually need to do, when one of these gets full, the other's going to start filling up a lot faster, right? Let's actually go inside of it and look at the overlay. Okay, so this is too much. We don't even need to be doing this. Yeah, once all this is out, we'll get rid of it, and then we can just get rid of the entire setup and then remove all of the extra material. It was good while it lasted. Famous last words. Okay, let's go over here. Let's check out our... See, this setup is a lot wonkier, specifically because, like, we don't need this. Just go like that, and then cut it off here. Yeah, this is very important that we put the right setup in. But I feel like we took a little bit of different routes to get to this point, and I feel like, you know, coming from a perspective where a lot of this is we're getting to some new territory for me. They've added a lot of stuff since I've played this far into the game, right? So this is pretty awesome to see the different things that I've never experienced before. Let's continue to do that from here as well. Let's get rid of everything except for that. We'll take the rock, but we'll leave the breathable oxygen. This is just a fail-safe in case we need a supplement oxygen, and that looks great. Okay, so we're gonna have plenty of oxygen going through. You know what we don't have anymore is a way to dispel the extra carbon dioxide. No, don't do that all the way. There we go. We can get this material back since we're not sending hydrogen right now. And these are not even providing very much to us anymore. We could probably deconstruct them. They were useful in getting the achievement, right? That's what we used them pretty much for. But after the achievement was completed, and the achievement I'm talking about is super sustainable, right? That's over here. We completed this before we built the gas generator, before we built the petroleum generator, and before we had a coal generator, right? So we got the achievement. Once this was completed, we started building more beneficial power generators like coal and the petroleum generators. These came way later, but again, the whole reason that we did this achievement run, right? We got to do it all in order, and that was one of the first few that we have to take care of with the solar panels. So solar panels, hydrogen generators, and just the wheels. So that really took some time. All right, this is looking great. Things are being done and getting made. And I've learned a lot from this run. Like, the next time we start fresh on an achievement run, it's going to be on a different asteroid, and we're going to try different things. But I think the amount of stuff that I learned it made me rethink my normal strategy, even if it was you know, it worked, right? This strategy worked, but there's always a better way to do things, or there's always a different way of doing things that helps get you where you need to go. Okay, that looks good. We don't have anywhere that we are sending this petroleum. That's coming from the molten slickster. But what's nice is it's only 55 degrees. So when we have more molten slicksters, this is going to be great. Okay, we do need to take care of this. It's got 38 cycles. I think we'll put a ladder on the outside instead of right next to it. Worst case is we just close it off temporarily, right? We make it, we encapsulate it in obsidian and then just close it off. That's one way to handle it for a little bit until you're ready. If we don't make it in time, that's what we'll do. But we do have a lot going on. Okay, you know what's also bothering me? This right here is bothering me. So we're going to delete that polluted water. Okay, what else do we have to do? We're going to check the temperature again. Okay, so if we look now, it's a lot better, more temperate. We do need a liquid lock over here, but we're not going to do that right now. Let's get rid of this tile right here, and then add one here and here so it doesn't look so weird. And do we have crude laying around somewhere? Yeah, I suppose we do. Let's turn this off for a minute. Look at them, they're so cute. All nice and happy and groomed. Alright. Yeah, we may need to move the mushroom farm. That's okay. We expected the building to be melted. Alright, this is no longer served its purpose, so we're done. Oh wait, no, leave that one there. Okay, and then what is next? Okay, we were looking at the temperature. See how this temperature is going up? That's what we want. Or not going up, going down, right? The insulated pipe is getting colder as we have more and more liquids sifting through it. It's still negative 30 degrees, which is telling us that we have this set properly over here. So since it's ethanol, that really helps us make the temperature lower, and it can keep the loop going longer, right? If we use polluted water in this loop, I don't know if we would be able to so let me just show the loop. Okay, we start here, and yes, I know that the thermo sensor should be right next to the input pipe of the thermo aqua tuner. Okay, so what we have here is we go up, over, up, left. We keep this area cold, then we go all the way over, back up to the top. We are preserving this cold biome, and we're releasing some of the chilliness here, right? We're also keeping the sleet wheat nice and cold. That's why we have these here as well, so we have it on both sides. The liquid coming in is pretty warm, so that's kind of why we did that. Okay, so then it goes down, keeps this section cold with the regular pipe, goes back down, creates our freezer, then it goes over and over and over, keeps this dock cold, or colder, same with this one, and also this one, and then back into the loop again. So if this was polluted water, I don't know if you would be able to keep everything cold like that. it would be definitely worth a shot, but I don't know if that would work because you can't keep it too cold, right? You can't keep it colder than -30. If you look at polluted water, we'll just go all the way up here. -20.6. So you would be running at like 0-ish. 0 degrees on the thermosensor. So yeah, I don't know if this would work if you used the polluted water. It might work a little bit, but you may have to section it off and have a couple of different aqua tuners. Okay, let's change the priority of this and this. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. Don't need a ladder here anymore. And is that... Oh, they need 4 plants. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really mastered the language of the pips yet, so... Alright, let's go back up here. Let's check out our rocket. Make sure that's working out pretty well, which I think it is. They're getting pretty full, right? This is nice because we don't need to ventilate our oxygen if we're making too much. You know, we have 2 separate systems providing oxygen. We have this one and this one. But I think it would be a really good idea to let one focus on doing that more than the other. But as of right now, I don't think it was working as intended. Because the bridge is always the priority, right? So the only way to get this oxygen is if we did this. No, it didn't even go after that. Okay. And that's okay. Because most of this is not powering, but providing oxygen to the rest of the areas. There we go. The goal is to keep these in motion, right? That is what we're trying to do. Man, I love this thing. It's so great. Look at the temperature here. All right. What is this for? Yeah, we're not using this anymore. Let's get these materials back. Yeah, we don't need that pipe there anymore, so we have polluted water coming in from 2 different things, so it's kind of nice. Gas pipes are being made. Good. Let's actually check. Do we even have carbon dioxide in here? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we do need to start pumping some of that out. Enabled, but it's disabled. Okay. We're not just going to leave it on without knowing it's on. We'll get distracted. I know we will. But let's turn it on here, because we know there's carbon dioxide in here. And then the next step is to cut off the oxygen coming in. That way we don't ventilate too much of that. Well, can't reach that. There we go. Much better. How are we doing over here? It's looking good. Okay. We didn't let this start yet. Whoops. We need to flip that around, and this needs to be carbon dioxide, and that's what's going to be filtered out. Okay. Now I think it would be a good idea to just build this going directly into that right there. Okay, now we need a gas like that, and we should be good. Kind of. That save, it takes so long. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so we have the Wheezewort. That's going to keep the area cold. It's also going to provide radiation on everything, get rid of the germs that are going to come in. May need to be a little bit lower, but should be fine. All right. So that's all connected. It is no power. Yeah, we probably do need power. Perfect. Rocket's looking good. All right. They're getting close to this. Let's, buildings. We really don't need this weird setup anymore. Temperature. So this is kind of keeping this other area at bay. Originally, this was a slime biome right here. And then this was a sulfur and sand biome. We'll give access to these again, and then just keep this area closed off when this is complete. We'll get all of this material. That'll be really helpful. How is this plumbing looking? Okay, so everything is getting moved around through these right here. We have plenty of water. Glad this worked out nice and easily. I was a little worried. Yeah, both of these are deleting the heat really nice and quickly. So they're not running efficiently, but that's alright. I don't really need it to run efficiently right now. Okay. We have a little bit of... That is a 9, and then should be able to get more. Yeah. More principles. What do we got? Spicy tofu. Yeah, that's going over here. I meant over here. Can you imagine if you could put a mini pod on a rocket ship? Actually, let me just see if we can. Base? No, it has to be a planetoid. Okay, that would be interesting if you could put that on here. All right, let's keep going. What else are we doing? Research. We need to focus on the home initiative. There we go. A great monument must be built to achieve the colonize imperative. That's right. That is awesome. We're gonna get that one next. And then the last one we need is the cryofuel propulsion. Ah, so exciting. All right. No egg selected. Well, normally it's just a fry egg. There we go, looking good. The only thing that I wish is if you could click on the dock and see how many of these actually have suits. I'm sure there's a mod for that, but I feel like that would be helpful to know, even if there's a duplicate out in the area, hey, we have this amount of suits and they are tied to them. It's got to be more of a, there's got to be a way to do that for sure. A warm coat, yeah, we don't need a warm coat. No, thank you. Mopping this up so we get some more crude. Yes, deliver the crude. We don't have enough here yet, but all right, let's see here. Is this even venting anything? It is not, so we can get rid of that. The carbon dioxide, it's gone down quite a bit. We were up here previously, really close to the hydrogen, and then before that, we were all the way up here. So right now we are taking care of that by these 3 pipes, 3 gas pipes, just sending out a ton of the carbon dioxide. I put them right next to the petroleum generators, so they can just provide a really relief to the carbon dioxide. And then once we have enough slicksters, we'll probably be able to turn it off, but I don't think they're eating enough carbon dioxide yet. So, and then if we look at the temperature, they are all below 100 degrees. That's due to the cooling loop that we have over here. We added an entire row for the polluted water to keep this area colder. There we go. Actually, let's get rid of these buildings here. We don't need them anymore since we aren't going to be using the fertilizer setup right now. Let's check our other asteroid. Okay, they completed all that. Let's get rid of these. Move these up by 1. There we go. And then we will get rid of those. This asteroid is shaping up as well. I'm pretty happy so far with this one. Although there is so much hydrogen, we're going to need to pump that. There we go. Oh, the pipe is blocked. It doesn't like that. And that's okay. We just need to get rid of the carbon dioxide that's in here, which it looks like we already did. Okay. We don't need to keep sending hydrogen in here and wasting power. That was a lot faster than I thought it was. Okay. And then after that's in here, we cut that. Yeah, I'm not sure how all of this area got filled. I think I know. I think it actually went over like this. But that's fine. That'll equalize the temperature a little bit easier, but it is pretty warm. We should get rid of this battery, get rid of that. We don't need that in the middle. Let's get rid of all of this over here. Let's see, any piping? No. Any plumbing? No. Any ventilation? No. Okay. That should be fine then. Alright, give them some time to finish that up. Okay, we broke up all of that. Since we're not using it, what else are we doing here? We are checking our temperature. How is it equalizing? Okay, pretty nicely right here, right? That's what we wanted. We wanted to keep it nice and cold. The really cold area is dispersing, right? We may need to add a little bit extra to this loop, and that's right here. I think we may do that. We're gonna leave it alone for now. Because what we could do instead is... yeah, that would be a little rough. We would need to put an insulated pipe here, an insulated pipe here. You know what, let's just do it. We'll go all the way across. And then right next to the food, we will do just regular pipe. We'll use gold. And we'll put 2, 3. There we go. So we're just making micro adjustments to the to our cooling loop that we have going around the base. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Bob Deer drums. Sorry, Ren. I don't know why you got Bob Deer drums, but... Alright. We have rad bolts. Oh yeah. There we go. We are going to need more data analysis completed. I don't know how many data banks we have. See, when I type this in, has anybody else experienced this? It says we have 1,326. Is that just industrial ingredients total? Let's do that. Let's go scroll down here. Okay, that's what it means. It means that we have that many industrial ingredients total. Got it. Data banks, we only have 10. So we are going to need more in order to do that, which we are about ready to launch our rocket. So honestly, this is probably way more than enough oxygen. Let's look at that. Oh, it's not done yet. I just want to get rid of some of the carbon dioxide inside of them. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, there's a bunch on the lowest level, so we want to pump that out. Let's look in here. Not temperature. Same thing. We want to get rid of these small grams of carbon. And then we will... Okay, this is the highest priority. Good. We're going to launch our other rocket because we need to get the research completed. So they'll be getting rid of that in a moment. How's everything else looking? I think what I would like to do is start prepping this area. We want to figure out a way to take care of this volcano. But I think before we do the volcano, we're also going to take care of this hydrogen vent because we need that. So this is like on the list. It's just not a high priority right now because we're trying to do our research, but we will do that next. I'm going to delete that polluted water. Okay, let's go over here. Let's check out. Did we get the plumbing set? It did get set, but we did not allow it to go through all the way. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be enough. I think we may need to change the location. $34,000 calories. Okay, that's good. For 4 duplicants, it's gonna last for a few cycles at least, right? We should go into this area, kind of clean it out, but I feel like we need to really get this water situated. Germs. Okay. So the germs are getting taken care of because two things. It's cold and we have the Wheezewort. So we're going to relieve the amount of extra water that's inside of these reservoirs. We're not going to get rid of it completely. Let's check out this over here. Did we get enough? We did not. Okay. There we go. Some more, please. Alright, so looks good. That looks good. Let's go back to our plumbing over here. They did not finish it yet, but they will in a minute. Alright, let's take a look at our rocket. A little bit of carbon dioxide. If we look at the materials, you can see them in the background. It's kind of hard to see with everything else created, but... Oh, plumbing? Okay. Yeah, we'll pump it out a little bit more. Okay, when we look how much... Okay, it's like... It's 50 grams, so we can send it from both of them. I just want to remove all of the extra carbon dioxide that's in here. Oh boy. Our shovel starved. But that's okay. I honestly, it's not sustainable right now with how we have stuff set up. So we're gonna get rid of this and just kind of move on from the shovels, get some of our materials back. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted. There we go. Take some of these materials back. Those look fine, and then we want... Okay. So we go like this, and not change anything. And then we go... Okay, let's cut this off, and let that flow for a minute. We'll speed it up. I know we haven't sped it up at all recently in this episode, but it's been very beneficial to slow it down and kind of not rush through anything, make sure we're taking care of any of the issues that we were seeing. And I find that that is necessary in a lot of times, because if you leave it on the fastest speed all the time, I feel like I would run into issues. I know I would run into issues. Okay, now it's gonna go through here and then cool off this other section where we have the electric grill and the gas range. Because this is our heat producer right here. Okay, what's the temperature? Negative 34. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna need to watch that area. So that it should be getting colder. We're just gonna watch it for a second. Here, we'll put it at the faster speed. 35.5. It was 35.6 a second ago. Okay. Now we are, we are going down much faster when they're not in use. So, perfect. Okay, we got pinch of peppers. We got grubs right there, even though we're not really using them. We need more crude. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do one of these. We're gonna deconstruct that, and then reconstruct it. Because the amount that we are getting is not enough. There we go. All right. Let us continue in a moment after this brief save. All right, we aren't getting water to the other one very quickly. It's because we're using more than we are producing, I think. Which is another reason why we want this one set up. Right? Look at all this polluted water. This is great. We have some regular ice being melted, which is okay. Let's look at the germs. Yeah, we have a lot of germs. But the Wheezewort is going to help with that. Okay. Let's look here. We still have a bunch to relieve on. I want to get it probably halfway into the yellow on this reservoir before we turn it off. So we need a little bit more. Let's go up to the top, check out our rockets. How is the gas? Okay, there's a little bit of carbon dioxide, which it's moving its way over, back and forth. Nope, it's going away. Can't make up its mind. Okay. I think that this is fine. If we keep producing oxygen in here, it's probably going to get deleted anyways. Because we like the mechanics of the game. Let's check out this. What do we got? Barely breathable oxygen all the way across. So we should be fine. Perfect. Okay, we'll go up to the top. Let's check out these. Oh, they're getting up there. They're almost done. I'm just gonna let it get completely filled up so we can just continue to be up there as long as we want. Let's mop this stuff up, please. And then once that's completed, we will remove any of these extra materials. Fantastic, though. We have moved in a positive direction this episode. I'm very happy with the loop that we created in front of all of the entrances. Right? The goal here was to just keep it colder, which this is definitely doing that, and not cold enough to where it messes with the liquid locks. Because that ultimately is what happens, right? All right. And then what I should also do is change these right here. The actual insulated tiles. We put them in there temporarily to help with the carbon dioxide that was falling to the base, but they will probably float over into this direction from now on. We almost have enough crude in this to make the liquid lock, but we need a little bit more. Okay, how are these? Almost in at the location where we want them to be. I'm looking for that smog. Oh, here it is. Smog slug. Those are pretty cool. I definitely never played with those, where you had they pick up all the gas, and yeah, those are kind of cool. Let's do. How about we open this door and then have one of these here? Yeah, that would probably be helpful. No, don't do that, because then it's going to go over to the right. We just want the hydrogen from over here to make its way over here. I know that looks crazy right now, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Did we get we did get that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, thinking about it, and it was working more than I thought it would. All right, let's go back up here. Our crude, we've almost had our liquid lock completed. We wanted to get on both of these sides here, so we need more kilograms there. Let's see. Yeah, we ran out of databanks. We need a bunch more. So I think it's almost time to launch the rocket. We're at 3,000 kilograms on this one, and that'll last a really, really long time, but I just want it to be completely filled up. So the goal is to get enough databanks to research all of it from this last voyage into space with this rocket. This rocket we're going to send and do some other fun things. And by fun things, I mean we will probably just have them go do some scouting and those kinds of things. So let's look at our star map. We'll probably send the rocket over here. We're looking for the gassy Mu asteroid. We want to get that achievement done. We want to go here, go to colony summary. You know, we want to get moving on up and critter whisper, and the only way to get that is if we actually find them. So that's where we're going to start. Toilets. The toilets should be fine. What do you mean the toilets are an issue? It's not like they're out of order. Okay, I lied. It is like they are out of order. Whoops. Yeah, we were using way too much water on the other asteroid, so we need to start producing our own. Okay. What do we have here? Dirt? Dirt. Yes, dirt. You can never have enough dirt. Okay, so we are producing a bit of water now that we have it all here. Let's look at the germs. Lots of germs. Okay, turn off. No more germs. So as we see, the amount of germs is going down, right? Even if this was in chlorine, I don't think it would be enough. Did we get rust in here? I don't think we have rust on this asteroid. Oh, we have a little bit of rust over here, because we could use that for chlorine and oxygen, but I don't think it's going to be enough for right now. Right, so if we look at the rust situation, the problem is it gets super warm, and we don't really have a cooling setup over here yet. Okay. Yeah, we need water for two things. We need water for this over here, right? All the crude, which we have plenty of now. I mean, we may just turn one of these off. Yeah, let's do that. Because all four of these require water, right? And we just probably aren't making enough. So what we could do is add a section kind of right here, if we really wanted to. Maybe that's something we'll do. We'll add another location for harnessing the polluted water. This is dormant for another 61 cycles. This one is not dormant. We could do that, actually. We could create a reservoir for the salt with the brine. We can put that back here. Yeah, I think that's the route that we are going to take. We're going to probably remove some of these reservoirs and add some brine. Yeah, get rid of some brine. How's this working out? It's pretty good. It's not really changing the temperature too much because we ultimately added more warm polluted water from down here. Okay. I guess we need a little bit more polluted water. Or not polluted water, crude oil. I don't know why we had the storage bin here. I think we were throwing seeds in it and then they were using that. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Let's check our temperature now that we have settled a few different things around the base. Okay, the temperature over here is pretty stable, 30.2 and going down. Same thing here. This is 35.4. Maybe let's look at, did we stop? No, they're right on top of it. Okay. So 34. Okay. Yep. Should be good. Let's get rid of the other shovel. We don't need you. Don't need any of you anymore. Let's look at the power. Yeah, we don't need any of this here. This is nice because it's going to give us our materials back. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, and then if we open this up again, it'll provide us with a nice area to kind of remove this heat, and it'll just equalize the temperature from around here. Because this is still pretty hot. You know, it might be worth adding more of a liquid pipe, like a regular liquid pipe instead of. Yeah, let's just do that now. We're gonna cut it here, let it keep moving across, go to plumbing, no, not radiant, just regular liquid pipe and make it out of gold. And we're gonna go all the way across, like that. That should really help lower the temperature in this area, since it is getting still pretty warm. Yeah, this area is pretty warm too. I don't know exactly why. Probably because of this stuff here. Yeah, complete that up, please, and then we will turn it back on. There we go. So now, we watch the temperature. All of this stuff is going to go down. Much better. Okay, we'll leave that alone. How are we doing over here? Pretty good. We turned off that one for the water's sake. Mop some of this up. Let's see, how is the germs? Germs are gone. Look at that. That is the power right here. That is the power of having a Wheezewort. Okay, and then with those, where are we going to put this water? We are going to put it in. It's going to be too cold, I think. No, 17 degrees. Okay, so this is not too cold. Yeah, let's create an area. Let's go like so. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then this is gonna be the area we use to change the polluted water into regular water, and then we will send it down into this area here. That'll lower the amount of, it's gonna lower the amount of water we're requiring from the other asteroid. Not a full solution, but it's definitely a good start. Buildings first. Yeah, I don't want anybody getting stuck. That's the worst. Let them do their thing. Are we bored? They look bored. Look at that. All the way across. We have a nice layer of oxygen before we can turn this off. Now that we have our liquid lock, we do need to work on a liquid lock over here. That's probably a better idea. We'll work on that in the next episode. Right now we're going to slow it down. We accomplished quite a few things in this episode. We didn't launch any rockets, but we are well on our way to completing the research. We have a couple of things to do still. If we go over here, we still have about 65 65 more data analysis researches to required for this to do our colonize imperative, which we have to do for one of our achievements. And then we are going to get the cryofuel propulsion next on the list. But that's all we have for this episode, everyone. Please let me know how I'm doing. Provide those wonderful comments in the section below. And if you have any sort of questions, concerns, please let me know. That's it, folks. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.